Thanks everybody for liking, subscribing, viewing my channel. Before I started with the Great Guitar Buildoff unofficial, I had no channels, no subscribers, just build guitars in the garage. So when the opportunity came up to do this, I was a little hesitant to enter, simply because I don't know how to edit. I had no following, so but now there's 150 some odd people on YouTube so far. My Instagram account is probably about the same, about 150 people that are following the build on that. It's been a lot of fun. Learning how to edit was very painful. I still haven't gotten it completely down. I'm a little better at building guitars, I think, than editing. But I'm doing my best. So if you saw the high-speed videos, that's because everything, it takes so long to do. I wanted to show what I do during the day to make these guitars. And I thought, well, there's absolutely no way that I could show you everything unless it's like 10,000 speed or whatever, almost the maximum that I could speed it up. So I was taking 24, 48 hours. I'm sorry, I was taking. How do I do that? I don't know. Basically, I was taking a whole day's worth of work and condensing it down into a video and blasting them off for the first part of the build. The first entry was time-consuming and really hard to get the editing done. So there's no music, no nothing, just speeding through and a whole bunch of squeaky noises. So I hope you enjoyed that. And as I went along, I figured out how to add a little bit of music to it, some background sound. Now we're getting into actual deeper parts of editing here, so we'll see if I can get it right this time. Tomorrow is the cutoff time, so I'm going to get on to editing and see if I can get it done in time. Thanks again for watching, guys. An end for the Great Guitar Buildoff 2020 unofficial, and I am happy to say that I may get my video complete in time. So, that being said, let's get on to why we're here. Entries for the Great Guitar Buildoff. This is my first entry for the Great Guitar Buildoff 2020 unofficial. This is going to be auctioned off for charity. My charity of choice was the California firefighters. They've been doing a great job trying to keep these massive fires under control that have been coming through California. And I thought it would be fun to make one that was kind of inspired by a firefighter's ride. So here in Roseville, the fire trucks are red and white striped, like they are in a lot of different places, but that's what we have here. So I went and got some padauk, I think that's what they call it, walnut and hard maple, cut it into 42 little slats, glued it together for the front face of this guitar, and decided to go a little different. Went with the neck through the body. That was the first time I'd ever done anything like that. Try to make it a little more challenging for me than just building a guitar. So we went straight through the body, but then I wanted to set this plate in, so I recessed it into the neck, and that's why we have the neck coming all the way through on the back and the face with our stripes. We went with the Bigsby tremolo, silver inlay, or I'm sorry, silver leaf for the inset, EMG chrome pickups. I carved ebony rings for the pickup surrounds. We have an ebony fretboard with abalone inlay. Another piece at the top I thought I'd change on it was the headstock. So I went with the Flying V headstock and put a firefighter hatchet on the front of it. Not really sure if y'all can see that there, but there it is. So yeah, this is a great guitar. It was a whole bunch of fun to build. Put 24 frets on it instead of the normal 22 that you'd see on an Explorer style body. Also wanted to thin it up a little bit, so it's 1.3 inches at its thickest point, which is right here in the middle. I've tapered everything else down. Hand carved the top, back, sides, neck, head, pretty much everything with a rasp, a flat file and a rounded file that I got from Crimson Guitars, my 3 favorite tools. I make it 4. I got the centering ruler from them too. Can't go without that one. So that helped me get everything nice and lined up when putting this beast together. It was kind of tricky to get the electronics in it. Being so thin, I didn't want to have a large space, lots of openings, so I made it as tight as I could. And with it being 1.3 inches thick, you can see it was a trick to make sure that I didn't go through the top or the bottom when I inserted, when I drilled through for the pickup jack, or output jack. I used the Bigsby Tremolo Golden Age roller bridge, EMG pickups. Yeah, this thing, it really rocks. So let's plug it in and see if we can make some sound with it. Aha! Turn on the amp. Now, let's start off with, I don't play guitar. I enjoy building them. I think this is a whole mess of fun, but I'm not really a guitar player, so I'm going to make do with what I can on this thing. Let's make some noise. Okay, that was on both pickups turned way down. Let's turn the tone up a little bit. Pickups, let's head to the neck. Okay, and let's go to the bridge. So I really like this guitar. It's incredibly light for as large as it is. I set it up next to a bass upstairs, and this is bigger. So, yeah, that was entry number one. When I was about 3/4 of the way through with this and I was letting the poly set and cure on it, I decided to go ahead and keep on building, so I made another entry for the guitar. Buildoff. Oh, here it is. So again, I did something that I'd never done before. This is another through body, solid wings, flamed mahogany or flamed walnut, going to an oak center with poplar and purple heart. I wanted to do, again, like I said, something I'd never done, so I went ahead and put a chorus into it. That was fun. All kinds of fun. Everything lines up, buttons all work, switches, everything fit into the cavity very nicely. A little afterthought when I got started on the construction. So with this one, we used abalone inlaid gold tuner knob, or gold control knobs. I used the Golden Age bridge and saddle. I used gold surrounds, brushed gold EMG pickups, stainless steel frets on a ebony fretboard, abalone dot inlays, gold tuners from Hipshot, and I really like this guitar. It plays. It's a lot easier for me to play than the classical. So I like that. So let's plug this one in and see how she sounds. That was on the neck, so let's take it to the middle. And let's do it again at the bridge. So yeah, this guitar was interesting, something else I'd never done. I used a router to go with the pickup pockets. I used a router for the cavity for the electronics, and I used a router along the edge of the guitar here, just about a little less than a ½ an inch. Everything else, all the curves, all the indentations, was carved with chisels, rasps, sanders, flat files, rounded files, anything grinder. I think I took the grinder to this. This was it. This was the one I took the grinder to carve the neck. So that's my angle grinder. Never done that before either. Came out perfectly straight. It's a very comfortable guitar. The weight is exceptionally light for as large as it is. Again, this is a very big guitar, 24 frets instead of 22. Graphite nut, everything, just every piece in it was just top of the line. So this was a great pleasure to build. I think this was my number 3 entry. Sorry, I got out of order. The second guitar I built was this V. So this is entry number 2. It's extremely lightweight. I used rainbow poplar for the wings. I used the other half of the neck that I made entry number 3 with. That's right, the last one, entry number 3. So when I make a neck, it's a big block, and I get 2 necks out of it. So 2 guitars. This was the second one. First time I drilled all the way through a body to get strings in. I usually use the tune-o-matic setup. So this was interesting, mapping it out and making sure it was right on both sides and getting it straight. And woohoo, there it is. Switch, I have 2 tone knobs, 2 volume knobs, 3-way position, set up just like on a Les Paul. We have metal pickup surrounds, Hatfield EMG pickups, stainless steel frets, Purple Heart fretboard with abalone inlay dots, black hardware, and those are again hip shot tuners. I carved the head down a little bit different. Something. So, all of these guitars, not only are they carved by hand, but the finish on them is all hand rubbed polyurethane. I don't use any color. I didn't use any coloring, any stains, any dyes on any part of the guitar. All of the natural beauty just comes straight through. And then the polishing is more fun too. So there we have that. That was entry number 2. Third guitar I showed you, entry number 2. So I had time for another one. This is my LP style guitar. Found these really cool. I thought they were cool. Control knobs. Perfect for Halloween. Little skulls. I used Ben's favorite wood. Actually, no. I heard him say he doesn't like oak on guitars, so I went ahead and made this one using quite a bit of oak because I thought it was pretty. So I used oak, walnut for the top. I went with a hollow body. I used a single slab turned sideways of aged English walnut. Carved that out. Inset a 5-piece mahogany neck. Used ebony for the headstock cover. Abalone inlays, gold EMG pickups, Golden Age hardware again. Another phenomenal guitar. So I'm really happy with this one as well. And if we're lucky, maybe I'll show you what was almost entry number 5. I made another Les Paul while I was doing this one with English walnut back, but a Purple Heart face. Didn't quite get it complete in time to have entry number 5, but I figure 4 necks is plenty. So let's plug this one in and see how she sounds. So that was on the bridge pickup. We'll go with both pickups. neck position. Alright, so that's entry number 4. Thanks a lot, guys, for watching. I hope you enjoyed it. I had an awesome time building them, and I'm going to go make some more. So all come back now. You hear